It's getting annoying watching the Chiefs play football. It's bothering me.
I know what you're getting at too.
It's like the announcer said it at the game
Yeah,
more than once. The
yeah,
NFL has to figure this out and review what quarterbacks are doing.
yeah,
You wait until the last minute to slide.
yeah,
You baiting defenders to like hit you on the sideline and then you
yeah.
flop them. It's like,
Flopping.
dude,
Hmm.
if I was a coach and I played defense, what was the dude name from the Saints a couple 2008 or 2007? He had the
Uh,
bounty out.
yeah, you talking about
Williams, Greg Williams.
I can't remember the coach name, but I remember the players' names and stuff like that.
But the defensive coordinator for the Saints when they went to the Super Bowl that year and they was eliminating quarterbacks, I would tell every player on my defense, fuck that quarterback. If you want to play cheap, we're gonna play dirty. I need some Dominican Sues, I need some Aaron Donalds,
Yeah.
some Lonnie Harrison's on defense. That's what
Uh-huh.
it
Some Will
that
Smiths.
you either gonna play the game right.
Yeah.
It's just what it gotta be at this point. I'm gonna
Yeah.
get penalty anyways.
Yeah.
Knock
You
this
might as
fucking
well.
down,
Yeah, on
Minnesota.
everything. Yeah. On
I'm gonna
everything.
get flagged anyways.
Yeah.
Go for the elimination shot.
Yeah.
It's cold, but this dude can't keep getting away with flopping.
Yeah. I mean,
Because
he playing.
think about it. The penalty on that one drive where they
Yeah.
said it was unnecessary roughness, the dude hit him in his shoulder pad. His helmet
Yeah.
goes up a little bit. Then both the announcers and the ref was like, yeah, it never hit him in the head. The
Yeah.
next
Yeah.
play, Travis Kelce catch a ball across the middle and they score that drive.
Yeah. You talking about when he was getting tackled and he threw the tub?
And the defender, the defensive end, Will Anderson, I think that's his name,
Let up.
he let up.
Yeah. He let up. Yeah.
So
You can see like, yeah. I mean, we watch the Chiefs play a lot. Um, the Chiefs a good team, man. They got good coaching. The Chiefs get a lot of calls, man. If it's a
but
bang bang call, it's gonna go their way. You
did you
know what
see
I'm
Lamar get
saying?
tackled out of bounds?
No, I didn't. I did
Oh,
actually.
he got tackled a couple feet
Yeah,
out of bounds. No
yeah.
penalty. Ooh,
No, yeah. He
no
popped right
penalty.
up, ran back on
Popped
the
right
air.
up. It was kind of aggressive. No penalty. You see it hurts sliding. He slid
Yeah,
and got hit. He looked for the flag. The ref just kept going.
yeah,
Like no penalty. It's like you see what they're doing to other
yeah,
quarterbacks. And you
yeah.
can't say it's a white or black thing now because Mahomes
Nah,
is
they all, yeah, it's all brothers except Josh. Mm-hmm.
except Josh.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm just
Yeah.
hoping what's the name win.
Man, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I had the Baltimore Ravens and the Lions going to the game. Bro, I think the biggest upset this past week for me was the Lions game. I was just surprised.
Really?
Well, yeah, come you gotta look at it. The Rams, the Rams beating the Eagles wasn't crazy probable. I thought that they would win off of like just pure grit and just like coaching and like they resilient team, right? But I mean, most people said the Eagles had the Eagles anyway.
Yeah.
The Texans and the Chiefs, most people had the Chiefs. You know what I'm saying? It's just kind of like, and then it's like, okay, well, you got the Lions and the Commanders, and you got Buffalo and the Ravens. Now, Josh Allen was my fantasy quarterback. I've been seeing that dude playing really good football this year. And I've been seeing Buffalo actually do pretty good. They struggled in the beginning. Then they added Amari Cooper. It seemed like they started kind of getting the ball rolling. And shout out to all these quarterbacks that's that was in the final 8 games. You know what I'm saying? I mean the eight
Mhm.
spots. All these quarterbacks playing really good football. Um, but that was the one game where I thought like it wasn't really gonna be even a game like that. Nothing to Washington, because I watched Washington play like 4 or 5 games this year, right? But
Yeah.
I watched them struggle. I watched them win games in the end, like every game that I watched. And then this game, you know what I'm saying? Like, believe it or not, bro, we was just kind of chilling. I looked up at halftime, it was 31-21. I'm like, damn, all right, let me get into the second half. And when I
Yeah.
was watching, it's just like, bro, my man is just too good. Like
He
Jayden
calm.
Daniels is just too good. And when I say
Being a
he's too
rookie.
good, yeah, when I say he's too good, I'm just saying his ability, he's very slippery. His ability to like make a play, he like Lamar Jackson 2.0. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? He like Lamar, and his pass accuracy. You really look at it, bro, like him and Lamar
Remember
Jackson,
that
like,
deep ball he threw?
man,
He threw a deep ball in the fourth.
perfect.
It was the perfect pass.
Just fell right in his hands. It's like him and Lamar, bro. They really are like one and the same because Lamar pass accuracy is good as well. And his
Very good.
ability to just extend the play. That's why when they ran that pass play for the 2-point conversion, I would have rather. I didn't like that.
But the thing is, it was the pass wasn't perfect, but it was a perfect play call. I felt he hit the dude right in the end zone. He just didn't catch it.
I know.
And then the thing is, like Lamar was mad. They had Mark Andrews had a fumble, a drop pass. It was crucial. Like those drop passes and that fumble was crucial to them.
That was a momentum changer. That fumble when he had the ball, he took it, and then it got punched out.
You know how hard that ball is when it's snowing?
You know how hard that punch probably is when it hits your arm? That's why I be telling Bo, like, he want to play running back. Like, yo, people socking your tricep. Like, you get your tricep socked enough in the game, I'm pretty sure. It make you want to swing back, you know? But, nah, like I said, that play call, I'm not mad at it because they executed it well. I never liked shifting offenses. Like, I don't like when they hike the ball and everybody, because I feel like it shortens the field.
They're trying to move the pocket, though. That's all they're doing is moving the pocket to keep the quarterback protected when he's rolling.
Hawk is more of like an offensive coordinator minded player. Like he's more of a play calling coach, so he know what he's talking about for sure. Like, because like I said, for me, I just was like, yo, you got Derrick Henry, you got Lamar Jackson. It's like I'd rather him stand back there. If nothing get open, bail for the goal line.
Thinking about this though, you got to think that's the 2-yard line.
Yeah, it's not. It's a shortened field.
It's a shortened field. You don't have that much time or space, so it got to be something quick.
Yeah, but my thing is because
pressure on them all game too.
Yeah, they was on him. They was on him for sure.
Pressure. That's how he threw those picks because it was pressure right down.
You know what, dog? Because we talking about pressure, bro. You know, we talking about pressure, bro. Like, this is the first Chiefs game that I actually watched from more of a defensive perspective. I know you've been watching it from defensive perspective, bro. Like, man, but Spagnolia, like, bro, his play calling, his schemes is unfair, dog. Like, how you line?
They said the Raiders gonna trying to get an interview with him.
Oh, that'd be dope. That'd be. I mean, I guess, like, I don't know, like, like, I don't know. Maybe it'd be dope. You know what I'm saying? Because they got the personnel for his defense too. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Chris Jones is ridiculous. You know, but you gotta
remember this though as well. Like, and I always talk about this with football. If coach come in, you gotta give him a couple of years to get the players that fit his scheme or the style of defense or offense he's trying to run. Right. It just ain't happening that way. Andy Reid was there for a minute. He had Alex Smith.
Yep. He came in and was winning though.
Yeah, he came.
They had a good team. They had a good team.
But it ain't this Mahomes stuff.
Yeah.
It's different. Like, it take I don't know. It take everybody.
No, I know what you're saying, dog. At the end of the day, like, because we talked about it, we talked about it in the past where it's like, yo, like, the Raiders, man, we good. We good for the 2 and outs. And it's just kind of like, we was giving John Gruden that. And, he was still kind of dealing with things. We lost Henry Ruggs. We lost my man's who was online with the 8 with the Draco talking about pull up to the crib. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And shit like that, Damon Arnett. And so it's like, the Raiders was dealing with their own little, things or whatever. But I felt like, he had some good years in there.
I think with the year right when Henry Ruggs got messed up, Raiders was 3-0. Derek Carr threw for 1,000 yards in 3 games. Offense was really like, oh shit!
God damn, man, 1,000 yards in 3 games.
It was like 800 yards, 900.
Oh my damn!
Remember they played the Ravens. He threw that deep ball down the middle. I don't know if it was Aguilar or caught it.
Nelson Aguilar.
Yeah,
he was going crazy with Nelson Aguilar that year.
Yeah, like they was explosive as shit the first 3 games, and then Henry Ruggs did what he did, and I think it was John
that year, I believe.
Yeah, and then Arnett, and then it was just like, all right, season done.
Yeah,
looked like a good job.
Yeah, it's like even all these teams, man. I ain't gonna lie, I kind of felt for Dan Campbell this season in that loss. When I see teams that like always almost there, keep losing, like for the Ravens and for the Lions. When I see teams that's always almost there and they just can't figure it out, I just fear like they're gonna break them teams up. I'll be like, oh yeah, this team is. That's the last.
You feel sorry for the Niners that's always there and they just can't make it. Huh?
No, I think the Niners is about to get split up too. Let G tell it that's not gonna happen, but it's just kind of like you got these really, really strong teams, and like they just not getting over the hump. And I mean, I know it's not as easy to do, but it's like if the Washington Commanders could pick up a quarterback and now they in the NFC Championship game, it's like, why are we paying all of these guys and shit when we just probably just need a focus on a different piece? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Like,
Yeah, I
hello?
don't know.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm here. Can you hear me?
yeah. It's just
It's wild how one player, one coach. Well,
yeah,
it's not one player and one coach. It just looks that way for the fans. I'm
yeah,
sure it's a lot that it all came together at the right time for Washington.
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
happy for him.
yeah. Me, I'm happy for Washington too, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, if the Chiefs wasn't in the playoffs, it'd be a lot more interesting to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
and it ain't even about being like Chief haters or nothing. It's just kind
I
of like
honestly think
it's
the
just
Bills are
boring,
going to beat the Chiefs.
huh?
I really feel like the Bills are going to beat the Chiefs this year.
Yeah, I think Josh
I just
Allen on
feel
some
that.
other shit, like for sure.
Mm-hmm. He
I
really like, nah, we ain't losing. Like, I'm running this ball. I'm gonna
I
get it
seen
in the end zone.
I seen one of their players get injured, and I was tripping. I was telling because I was watching it with Chris and Rob and Keenan and Trey and everybody. Like it's crazy when like players get injured, they always cut the camera to the quarterback, right? It was a defensive
Mm-hmm.
player that got injured, and they showing Josh Allen, and you can see Josh Allen on the bench, like you can see him on the bench, like looking like he don't give a fuck about nothing that's going on. He's just sitting on the bench, like. And I'm like,
Wow.
damn it. I'm like, it always look like quarterbacks don't even care about nobody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, but hey, you know, we don't know what it take to be that poised. Like, the older I get, the more and more I have like a great deal of respect for like professional athletes. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's real easy to criticize and like, you know, even for Mark Andrews, it's like, you know, people criticizing him. Like, bro, like everybody done dropped the pass before. He just dropped a very important pass. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? A season-ending pass, and it's like, hey, we all can say you need to go catch that shit, da 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 da. But it's like, bro, you don't know. You know what I'm saying? You ain't been in that position, so you don't know if you would have
That
caught it.
pressure, you have to catch it.
You ain't even good enough though to be in that position.
That's what
And
I'm
so it's
saying. But
like,
it's like you don't know what that pressure is like.
yes, that's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? And that's what. And then I think they playing in snow. Like it looked like it was like 15 degrees out there. Probably was colder than that shit.
That
You know
field,
what
that
I'm saying?
turf or grass is solid. Like we
Yeah.
played in cold games,
Yes.
and when it's cold, personally, I don't even want to play.
You don't want to tell. You don't want to touch the ball. Nothing. You like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Everything feel like a brick. You hit somebody, your hand ain't balled, your fist ain't balled. It feel like you about to break a finger and all that. So it's
It
like
ain't nice.
yeah, we can only imagine what that's like, man. Like, on the flip side, you know what I'm saying? Your boy Saquon, man, he got off again. What 205 rushing yards?
That's the MVP right there.
You think he gonna get it?
He got to.
Yeah,
Come on, Josh.
yeah. I
It's
mean,
between him and Josh.
yeah, his
It's
level of
between him.
consistency this season has been incredible. Like one thing I love about Saquon Barkley being in Philadelphia is like it's kind of like playing Madden Ultimate Team or something. Like,
Mm-hmm.
how the fuck did Saquon Barkley end up on this team? And like, this is what everybody get for letting that shit happen. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? It's like y'all don't want to pay running backs. Okay, a running back become a free agent and he get to pick where he want to go. He like, where can
Plus,
I
he runs the
go?
ball the most
Yeah, like where
and
can
has
I
a great
go?
offensive line.
Come on, like you just get to pick. You know what I'm saying? It's just like whatever shit. Let's go here then. It's like so.
I'm
It's
happy
like
for all the running backs though that's balling because
yeah,
it's just
man.
it's putting the emphasis on how important
Running
a
backs are
run game is.
like
Because
look at Jared
even
Cook.
The Bills run the ball well.
Ty Johnson, he doing his thing. Jared Cook.
Yeah, like
Yeah, even I mean the Detroit ain't in it no more, but they had an amazing running game, like a
Montgomery
double-headed running
Gibson,
game.
Gibbs. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I don't
all
know.
of them.
They,
Yeah,
I always tell people like I don't care what you say. What does the Eagles have? A
yeah,
great defense,
hmm
a good offensive line, a good run game.
yeah, yeah,
The Chiefs, they have a good defense.
yeah,
The Bills, they can actually run the ball. Washington, they just play football. I feel like at this point,
yeah. They
they
just out
got
there playing.
Daniels, and he just makes the shit happen. But every other team just have a good defense.
When the last time you seen a rookie quarterback look like they just
And
gave him the keys to the whip? He just facilitate, bro. It's like I
man,
see.
he a good point guard. Just like
Yeah, they just let him do his thing, bro. Like you know, Jayden Daniels is a lot better than I thought he was. Cause I watched him
yeah.
at LSU, and I would see him taking off and
And
shit like that. I didn't feel like he was that strong of a
I felt
passer.
the same way. I'm like, this dude cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, all right.
like bro, this dude don't. You know what I'm saying? All these young quarterbacks, man. Like to your point, I'm glad that running backs are doing as well as they're doing. I'm glad that like some of these young quarterbacks are coming in and taking over organizations and franchises. Cause like we saw a lot of in our era, in our younger age, in the younger era of us watching football, 90s, 2000s. You know what I'm saying? We just saw a lot of quarterbacks like just being recycled that wasn't even that fucking good. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, yeah, Tom Brady won for 20 years because that was the one team that decided to really build with their coaches, their quarterbacks, and you know what I'm saying, and shit like that, where everybody else was just changing this around, turning quarterbacks to receivers and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Drafting guys primarily to run, but you play quarterback. It's like, but then that guy don't want to fucking run, you know, RG3. That's what I'm talking about in particular. Like, they drafted him to run. He wanted to pass. He wanted to be like
RG3 was a dog in Washington. He got hurt, but he was a dog though.
Yeah.
That rookie season he was, but you know,
Heisman Trophy winner. I definitely ain't taking nothing from RG3, but
he was a rookie leader, I think too, right?
Maybe I can't remember. All I know is, you know what I'm saying, and I've been seeing it a lot. Well, I haven't been seeing it a lot, but I just heard a reports of like during that time, him and the offensive coordinator like kind of bumping heads because the offensive coordinator was trying to, you know, pretty much created like a playbook that's, you know, focuses on his strengths, which is like, you know, being a mobile quarterback, but like he wanted to be a pocket passing quarterback. And then ended up getting injured, and you know what I'm saying, he never had the career that most people anticipated for RG3. But
think about this though, all these quarterbacks are mobile in the playoffs right now. Every one of them are extremely mobile, and they're actually pretty durable.
Yeah,
surprisingly. Yeah, about that. The thing was, you run the ball, you're gonna get
hurt. They've been getting hit for sure. You know who?
The game tonight, the quarterback ran the first drive.
Yep.
The quarterback had to, come on.
Notre Dame,
for like 11 minutes. It looked like
he ran the ball 8 times.
Yeah.
In the first drive. I'm just saying, man. Like you as an offensive coordinator, you running your quarterback that much?
Depends on my quarterback Cam Newton. Yeah.
You like hell yeah. You like hey, you be calling plays like Coach Rick. You like yeah, just do that shit.
Cam, what you gonna do, Cam?
Remember Coach Rick? We used to be in a huddle. We be like 28 die right now. He be like, shit, yeah, 28 running, yeah. Like, yo, we was coaching ourselves. Remember that shit?
It was winning.
That was fun, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a smart coach, man. He used to have us doing up and downs and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? That was hard shit, man. You said,
all right, hold on a second.
Yes, sir.
The dog trying to get outside. So you got to use it or something.
Who pie?
Bailey.
Oh, okay. Yeah, man. You know, shout out to Coach Rick. You know what I'm saying? I was one of our coaches. Real cool coach, man. You know what I'm saying? He put a lot of trust in us. Used to let us call the plays. You know what I'm saying? We was making up plays and shit like that for sure. It was on the JV team. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like we was the varsity team doing that, but
the varsity team too got to call their own plays and depending on the situation.
Yeah, I'm talking about that season in particular. We was running JV. We was lit. You know what I'm saying? Coach Rick was just like, "Hey, just win, baby." You know what I'm saying?
Whatever y'all want to do, just win. We didn't lose one game.
He thought he was Al Davis. Shit. Moving forward, man, Birdman, we got AFC NFC Championship coming up, man. We got Buffalo and the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm pretty sure they playing in Kansas City. And then we got the Philadelphia Eagles playing against the Washington Commanders. That's a conference game as well. So that should be a good game, man. Who you got going to the Super Bowl this year, dog?
It's weird that I want to say the Bills versus the Commanders. I really could see that happening.
Yeah.
It's weird. I don't know why I feel like that's what's going to happen. I just do. So I'm going to stick with that.
You know, I would love to see that in particular. Like, I think that part of what makes like sports fun is just kind of like, you know, the possibility of your team winning the championship. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, I like them odd Super Bowls. You know, the Rams playing against the Bengals and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? We was growing up the Giants and against the Ravens and shit. Like, you know, I just I want to see more and more random teams make it to the show. You know what I'm saying?
I know Texans make it one year.
Yeah, and it's just like I know what people gonna say. Well, you need to draft better, y'all. This shit, but like you said, man, you know, we ain't even the type of people that be sitting there like, oh man, well they ain't giving it. But it's like, yo, we watched the Chiefs play all year, bro. And you know what I'm saying? It just be some bullshit. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? It don't always come down to calls, but like calls can really change the nature of a game. You know what I'm saying? Like
You
you
can
got
flip momentum with a call.
man, it's like, yo, you can you imagine like, you know, your family livelihood in a way kind of being on the line because you doing your job too. You know, you would make changes too. You like, all right, you gotta hit this guy. That's $75,000 coming out of my pocket. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because
I
I hate
wonder
it.
if sports betting was to end, would that change sports, like the way games are called?
I think sports betting makes games more interesting. I think it makes sports more interesting. It makes people pay attention a lot more. I don't think it's nothing new. I don't think it's anything new because, like, you know, I don't know if you seen that 30 for 30 where like the referee dude was like, you know, whatever. Was it a 30 for 30? I don't know if it
The
was a 30
NBA
for
guy
30.
or
Yeah, the NBA guy who was
yeah, I
like,
seen that. That's why I'm
yeah,
asking him.
yeah, that was like in the 80s. So I don't think maybe in the like early 90s. I don't know, but it
It
was
was
around,
not.
it was a while ago. I definitely don't think that anything has really changed. I just think that like, man, we got the ability of like rewinding it ourselves. Like back in the days, you know, they rewind it and show the replay 100 times on TV.
That's
Now we
what
could.
we're talking about that at the
Mhm.
cigar lounge. I want to take y'all one day, all the homies,
Yeah,
to the cigar lounge in LA. Remember, I was there. I hit you
yeah,
up.
yeah,
But we was talking about like football back in the day. Like it was so much easier for a ref to make a bad call, and it
yeah,
was just nothing.
yeah.
There's no replay. You couldn't go back and say, oh no, he didn't. This wasn't right or wrong, whatever the case may be.
Right.
So the refs could get away with a lot more probably back then.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I feel like, you know, to that point, you know what I'm saying? You absolutely right. Like we saw a lot of that kind of stuff in real life, but it's like it was like a
hey,
your word
before
versus
you
our
even
word.
finish, we was kids, and if
Hmm.
you play in certain areas, I seen it personally, and now as an adult
Yeah,
at a game, Pop Warner, 13, 14U, whatever it was. This was a year ago,
yeah,
out testing.
yeah,
And when you can see certain people treat certain kids a certain way or not call the game a certain kind of way,
yeah,
I could see why parents want to fight.
yeah.
And yeah, it's just a game. It don't matter. But if it didn't matter, why are these people doing this
Yeah, you
blatantly
feel
in front of the people?
yeah, you feel like your child getting cheated. You know what I'm
Yeah, and
saying?
it
It's
ain't
just
a
kind of
good
like,
feeling.
damn.
Like,
Yeah.
what can I do? I'm on the sideline. And this dude got the zebra suit on. He
Yeah.
making all the fucking calls.
Yeah.
And you can see the kids is just the heads are dropping every time. The heads are dropping. Every time they make a play, they doing the best they can.
Yeah.
So it's just like
You know what I've
we
been
seen it
teaching?
before at the small at a very, very, early
Hell yeah.
stage.
All the time, because not everybody know what they talking about. And you know, refereeing is a perception job. Like it might not even be holding, but you feel like it was holding, and you gonna stand on it. You know, now that's why they all come together and they discuss it. You know what I'm saying? That's why they got refs all over the field and they consult each other and say, hey man,
And
what you
still get it wrong.
because I think that it all stems from them, you know, having to like at least pretend like because they not on that side of the field, they can't dispute it confidently. Like, oh, you know, that I can't say, oh, Hog, that's not what that was, because I'm looking in a total different direction.
Yeah,
Now
like if you're the
I know they
line
all see
judge and
the
he the umpire,
yeah,
you make certain calls from your position. Like I'm watching the line, I'm looking for false start offsides,
yeah,
encroachment, or I'm looking for holding at this side of the field. I can't make a call at the line of scrimmage. Now he
right,
at the goal line. I can't see that.
right. And so I'm saying that's why I think they get it wrong, because you don't want to overstep on nobody's toes. You don't
Yeah.
really want nobody to dispute your call. So it's like, you know, I don't know.
What? Because many ever went to the referee thing. I was gonna do it to be, California in the whatever that shit is called. I can't tell you.
Yeah,
But it's Pop Warner
certified.
and high school to be certified ref. You gotta go through the class, learn
Yeah,
to read the fucking rule book.
yeah,
Because Pop Warner and like high school is under the same like rules for the most part.
rules. Yeah,
And then college is slightly different, but I think high school does the same as like the NFL. It's 2 feet in for a catch. But anyways, they was telling us like you don't make certain calls from your side. And sometimes, like at Pop Warner level, you let certain things slide.
Yeah.
Like if it's not affecting the play directly,
Yeah.
the running back's way down here and the dude was like tugging and holding. It's like, bro,
Yeah.
you 40 yards down the field. I'm
That's
not
why
caught.
that's why people was tripping on when Jared Goff got blasted on that pick.
No,
Like a
he was a
pick.
defender. He wasn't the
Yeah.
quarterback no more. That's why he should have got hit.
Yeah, straight up. Straight up. Yeah. At the end of the day, like I'm glad they didn't call it because it go back to the point. It go back to that quarterback's floppy shit. It's like, yo, why? Like, stop treating quarterbacks like princesses. Like, yo, them niggas got on pads and shit too. And
They
it's like,
called
yo, you getting in the way to stop a play. It's
Now
like,
think about
yo,
this. If the quarterback light him up,
yeah.
now what?
That's like when Mahomes ran my man over on the goal line.
Because he
And
was easing up.
you could tell that he was like eased up. He like, oh, okay, momentum touchdown. And then Mahomes ran him over and got up talking shit. I for sure would have been headhunting the rest of that game. You know that, Hawk. I would have been on his ass. I was like, I'm gonna get this motherfucker again.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I'll be hitting receivers and all that shit. He'd be like, yo, that motherfucker mad. He want me bad. And I'm pretty sure they like that too. You know what I'm saying? It's just like it's a lot of different politics that go into it, I'm sure, for them in conversations they have and stuff. I was gonna say, man, what I tell Bo is none of this shit matters right now.
Yeah.
None of it matters. So it's like, you know, the ref make a bad call, so what? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't get so invested in this shit. Like, have passion, but like your goal is to continue to elevate. And like, you know, a bad call is not gonna stop you from making progress in your journey. So it's like, don't get hung up on the dumb shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? When your number is called, just make a play. You know what I'm saying? That's it. One play at a time. I don't care if it's 4 yards, man. You know what I'm saying? Go back and assess, you know, what you might have could have did better and just move on. Because to your point, it's like, you know, some people be so passionate about this shit that it could get out of hand. Like Talib, Kweli brother. Like that was his name, right? Did I say his name right? Kweli Talib. You remember that?
No, what do you do?
In Texas after the Pop Warner game.
Oh yeah. I remember.
Yeah, he ended up shooting the other coaches. Like, bro,
It's Pop Warner, ain't that serious?
how the fuck y'all that mad? Like, you know what I'm saying? How did it get to that level? Like at a kids game and like, man, you know, I coach Pop Warner football too, so I know passionate people is a part of that game, and it's just kind of like I'm not disrespecting anybody when I say like I think that some people live vicariously through these kids. But like, I'm very conscious and aware of the fact that like these are kids. Even these guys in the NFL, man, they 22, they 23, they 24. Like, you know, they living out their dreams, man. This is their dream come true. It's like, you know, you can still see the kid in these guys. They celebrating off of making a tackle on a kickoff return. Like, you know, they running all the way to the other end zone and celebrating and shit. It's like, hey, you know what? Like, turn up, man. You made it. And this is like, you know, at the end of the day, it's like, I think that's, at least for me as a player, the most enjoyable aspect of the game is just kind of like seeing the players still having a handle on this shit to a certain extent. It's like, yeah, you might have got a penalty for that call, but this shit was still a good ass hit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, if you know, you like, hey, you lit that motherfucker up. That was a clean hit. That was a bad call, but he know your ass there. He ain't gonna run that route again. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Like I said, I'm curious to see what this next week is about to look like. I'm definitely going I don't even want to say it, man. All my predictions was wrong. Like that's fucking crazy. Like I don't even want to jinx no other time. I'm sorry to the Bills and the Ravens. It ain't my fault. You know what I mean? To the Ravens and the Lions. It ain't my fault, but shit. I really thought that this was y'all year. And shit. Back to the drawing board, but all I know is this Raider Nation till I die. So we next time we see y'all, we'll be on the same playing field. And I hope it's Raiders all the way, baby. You know what I'm saying? So, man, anything you want to say to the people before we get out of here, Birdman?
I don't have nothing at the moment.
It's all good.
After you.
Yeah, it's all good. You know, Birdman is a person who embodies like less is more. You know what I'm saying? Hog done been my best friend for a long time, so I know Birdman personality is like he very chill. And like, you know, what you see is what you get in a good way. So, you know, what I would say is you know, a lot of times I'll say stay focused, and I'm gonna just reiterate that, like, you know, message to myself, you know what I'm saying? Note to self is the way how you said, note to self, and stay focused. Like, you're going to constantly have to deal with temptation. It could be your relationship, it could be your vice, it could be your habits, it could be, whatever it is that you're trying to change for the better. Like, be patient, stay focused, believe in yourself, and just concentrate and meditate on the outcome. Don't think about the right now, think about the outcome. Because I think a lot of us give up too soon, and you'll never know what that success feels like if you constantly giving in anytime you tempted. So it's like, stay focused, stay dedicated. Man, you got this. If you're watching this shit and I'm motivating you up to this point in any kind of way, shape, form, or fashion, like, you got it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna piggyback off you, Dan.
Yeah, I'm done after this. Like I said, this podcast is something that we do on a weekly basis. Despite whatever it is that we going through, man, like, we still get here, we still doing it, we still pushing it. It's gonna continue to grow, and I see it going, farther and farther and farther. And it's just about dedication to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, we was gonna do this, and we doing it, and we're gonna be here for y'all. So y'all stay tuned, man. Like, I'm gonna pass the mic to Hawk.
Yeah, I was just gonna piggyback off of you. You talking about staying focused and all that stuff. And I was gonna say, trust the process.
Mm-hmm.
The process is long, but it's worth it. And it's like football. The goal is to get a touchdown, but first you got to get a couple yards and get a first down,
Right?
And then reset, and then you got to do that again.
Yeah,
get a couple yards with the first down and reset, and just keep resetting, keep getting those first downs, and eventually you will score your touchdown. You get to your goal. So just trust the process.
Man.
Simple as that.
Like I said, bro, you one of those people that embody that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I sit and watch Hawk, constantly throughout our friendship, just, like, hey, man, I'm gonna do this, and just kind of hard set and, like, and go for it. I think we both good at it. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, putting ourselves through certain situations that ain't necessary, but just something that we think we need to do to better ourselves. So, like I said, man, y'all got it. Like Birdman said, trust the process, man, and just keep at it until it happens for you. And when it happens, you'll know what it took to get there, and you'll know what it takes to stay there, man. So, look, on that note, I'm dlouthetruth.
J Hawk.
Thank y'all for tuning in. We're going to keep on coming with more and more content for y'all. And if you got any suggestions or anything that you would like for us to talk about, any opinions, anything, it's enough of these on here now for y'all to kind of see our personalities a little bit. If it's anything y'all want us to talk about, make sure y'all put it in the comments. Make sure you like and subscribe. And yeah, man, we'll be back for another one, man. I'll see you guys. This is the ALOT at Times podcast. Yes, sir.